Hi, good afternoon, students. This is Habibur Rahman. I've completed my PhD under the guidance of Professor B. Charumati Madam, and I had wonderful opportunity to work as Indian Research Scholar for the Spark project on IFRS for SMEs, under which this course is being offered now. Thank you, Professor, for giving me this opportunity. In this session, I'll be explaining what XBRL is all about, followed by taxonomy, tagging, various features of XBRL, and various uses of XBRL. Even though XBRL is not part of IFRS standards, it is the language in which it is being reported now. So this topic was added to the syllabus under the emerging dimensions. So first point we are going to discuss is what is XBRL. XBRL, Extensible Business Reporting Language, is the international standard for digital business reporting. X stands for extensible, B stands for business, R stands for reporting, and L stands for language. It is managed by a global non-profit consortium known as XBRL International. What was the logic behind development of such a standard? For example, in India, we have thousands of listed companies. We have more than 25 lakhs of SMEs. In the case of public companies, they have to file reports to various agencies and government bodies such as Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Securities and Exchange Board of India, and stock exchanges. Can you imagine when these regulators receive all these filings? Imagine the situation in Imagine the situation if it is without any standardized format. Mostly these filings are in the PDF format, which is basically a paper-based format, which means the document is human readable, but they are not in a machine readable format, that is digital format. For example, public companies have to file report to various agencies and government bodies such as Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Securities and Exchange Board of India, and stock exchanges. When these regulators receive all these filings, imagine the situation if it is without any standardized format. Mostly these filings are in the PDF format, which is a paper-based format, which is which means the document is human readable, but they are not in a machine readable digital format. For example, for debtors, first company may write it as sundry debtors. Second company may write it as trade receivables. Third company may write it as due from customers. Now we all know that these three terms mean same thing, that is debtors. What is the issue here? When these statements are submitted to Ministry of Corporate Affairs, it is not possible to compare the document and details in it. In our example, using XBRL, these three companies will use the term accounts receivable. So there is a consistency. It is easier for comparison. We can easily compare the statement of two different companies. It helps in better analysis. This is the reason XBRL came into the picture. Let's see another example. Sales, revenue, turnover. So these are the same thing. So here XBRL brings a standardization. In a layman's language, let's say this is like a language we use for communication. In India, we have so many native languages or regional languages we use. Vanakkam in Tamil is Namaste in Hindi. So to indicate these are the same, we use common language English and say hello. So XBRL is a common language in finance which is used by companies globally. Alright. Now let's look at tagging and taxonomy. Tagging and taxonomy are the two important concepts in XBRL. In our earlier example, accounts receivable is a unique element in taxonomy which indicates sundry debtors, trade receivable, or due from customers. Taxonomy is basically a dictionary which contains all the elements used in financial statements. Taxonomy can be referred as an electronic dictionary of reporting concepts or elements. Tagging is another important concept. XBRL tagging is the process by which any financial data is tagged with the most appropriate element in accounting taxonomy. Basically, tagging is the process of tagging the data in a financial statement in the appropriate taxonomies. If the financial data is not tagged with right taxonomy, there will be problems while comparing the different financial statements. So in this process, the figure in the statements are filled with right taxonomies or linked with right taxonomies. XBRL instance document is the document prepared in this format. So the document prepared in the XBRL format is known as instance document. Now let's look at various features of XBRL. One of the major features is clear definition. XBRL allows the creation of authoritative definitions called taxonomies that captures the meaning contained in all of the reporting terms used in a business reporting as well as the relationship between all of them. Who decides that account receivables is the term used in a taxonomy which indicates sundry debtors, trade receivable, or due from customers. Taxonomies are developed by regulators, accounting standard setters, government agencies, and other groups that needs to clearly define information that needs to be reported upon. In India, taxonomies are developed based on Schedule 3 of Companies Act. It is also based on accounting standards, Ind AS or IFRS. It is also based on Securities and Exchange Board of India's listing requirements. This is how taxonomy is used in India and are developed. Remember that taxonomies are clearly defined. It will be used to tag elements in financial statements. Who develop taxonomies? Taxonomies are developed by regulators, accounting standard setters, and government agencies. All right. The second important feature of XBRL is business rules. Business rules. XBRL allows the creation of business rules that constrain what can be reported. We have discussed about the XBRL instance document. Any document which is prepared as per XBRL is called instance document. So this instance document will be uploaded on MCA portal. Before uploading process, there is a validation tool which is used to check the information in a statement or for any errors. The reporting entity can file the instance document only after rectifying all the errors found by validation tool. Business rules can be logical or mathematical, or both can be used. For example, to stop poor quality information being sent to the regulator or third party by being run by the preparer while report is in draft process, you have to validate the draft report before filing. Another major feature of XBRL is its multilingual support. XBRL allows concept definition to be reported in as many languages as necessary. This means that it's possible to display a range of reports in a different language to the one that they were prepared in without any additional work. Another major feature of XBRL is its software support. XBRL is supported by very wide range of software from vendors large and small allowing a very wide range of stakeholders to work with the standard. Now let's see who are the users of Xbrl. First one is regulators. Under regulators, we have categories such as financial regulators, securities regulators and stock exchanges, business registrars, tax authorities, and statistical authorities. So we can see that financial regulators that need significant amount of complex performance and risk information about institutions they regulate. So we have securities regulators and stock exchange that need to analyze the performance and compliance of listed companies and securities and need to ensure that this information is available to market. And we know that companies are the major users of Xbrl. Companies that needs to provide information to one or more regulators, as we explained, they use Xbrl. Then enterprises that needs to accurately move information around and within a complex group. It may be a large entity having subsidiaries and producing consolidated financial statements, so they use Xbrl. Then governments are the users of Xbrl. Government can easily analyze financials of companies. Government agencies that are simplifying the process of business reporting to the government. Government agencies that are improving government reporting by standardizing the ways reports are prepared and used within government agencies and are published into the public domain. Another set of users are data providers. Financial databases like Bloomberg or CMI providers can make use of Xbrl reports to instantly fetch financial data from the instance document and add it to their databases. Specialist data providers that use performance and risk information published into the marketplace and create comparisons, rating, and other value-added information products for other market participants can make use of Xbrl based reports. Another set of users are analysts and investors. If you want to invest in a company, you can analyze the financials of multiple companies before arriving at investment decisions. Analysts that needs to understand relative risk and performance of companies, investors that needs to compare potential investment and understand the underlying performance of existing investment. All this group of people can make use of Xbrl based reports. Then we have accountants. Chartered accountants use Xbrl to assist their clients to prepare and submit Xbrl based reports. Accountants use Xbrl in support of clients' reporting requirements and are often involved in the preparation of Xbrl reports. So accountants, they prepare Xbrl reports. So we have discussed what is Xbrl, its different features, what is Xbrl taxonomy and tagging, and many uses of Xbrl. What is Xbrl? Xbrl is Extensible Business Reporting Language. It is an international standard for digital business reporting. Different features of Xbrl are clear definition, business rules, multilingual support, software support. One is taxonomy and tagging. Taxonomy is basically a dictionary which contains all the elements used in financial statements. Taxonomy can be referred as an electronic dictionary of reporting concepts or elements. Xbrl tagging is the process by which any financial data is tagged with the most appropriate elements of taxonomy. Then who are the reporters, users of Xbrl? They are regulators, companies, governments, data providers, analysts and investors, and accountants. So what are the compelling reasons to consider Xbrl? Xbrl helps in making business information exchange better, faster, and cheaper. It makes financial reporting more transparent and discoverable. It explicitly articulates business meaning and thus enables the exchange of that meaning between humans or between business systems. So it improves data integrity. It integrates business systems. It saves government agencies money and making them more efficient. Thank you so much.